I decided to jump into Jungle Cup with a real jungle team. We're gonna use a Tarantula, which is absolutely awesome up in front, having at the back a gorilla-like Pokemon as a safe switch, while the Tiger's flaming Pokemon is gonna be the main closer of this team. Overall, this is a spicy team. This is no big meta team or anything, but just a fun approach to Jungle Cup, which tends to be pretty rough with all of those Vigoroths and Dragon types all around the meta. So overall, we're just gonna keep going at it with Oranguru here with the future side, but they want to block, which is kind of a big bummer. Now we're just gonna reach to that land as soon as we get into the fight, and we need to rely completely on our Incineroar, but to do so we need to keep that final shield for the end game. And now my opponent is gonna come into the battle with their Sauda Bomba Snow. Down they go with the one shot. This is the first battle that I was using this team, and my Incineroar is not looking that great with that moveset. Later on I will use the correct Incineroar, but over here we're just gonna keep going at it with the Dark Pulse, which is the very bad move for us. Anyways, down we go now to the Symbol Surf, and right after we will try to finish them off here with the Lance. Perhaps that was a mistake because we can get to the move, but they survive with 1 HP on the CMP. Are you kidding me? And we're gonna start off the video with a very troublesome battle, because we could have won it if we had the correct form of Incineroar or just go for the discharge, but I'm not sure about it. Anyways, over here now we're having the worst lead that you can get most probably up against the Steelix. So what you need to do on this incident is to still switch out to your Oranguru here, hope for the best so that those foul plays can drop that Steelix super low, at a point that perhaps one lance might actually do the trick. I also know that Steelix doesn't hit for so much damage, so we're just gonna take whatever they throw and then rely completely on our Incineroar for the end game. So now with Psychic Fangs able to make this Steelix energy dry, we're just gonna farm it down with those double kicks, because now we have the Sun Incineroar coming in, able to destroy down so much of their dreams. Now we're gonna get to the Dark Lariat, which is pretty good if you ask me. Only one shot up against that Decidueye. Of course, getting to the Blast Burn could have been the better option, but it is what it is. Now Shadow Quagsire has to face the wrath of my Blast Burns. So the first one can easily be taken with those shields that they carry, and unfortunately for us, my only hope here was if I could get to the launch on the CMP, but this is no biggie at all because they can still finish us off with those Aqua Tails. If they had Mud Bomb, perhaps this could have been a much different scenario for us, but still it is what it is, and my opponent absolutely destroyed me down. Now Altari up in front, this is another bad lead for us. I went for the lance pretty early here. I guess my opponent would not block anyways, so I'm just gonna reach now to the Oranguru for the safe switch, and they want to throw their energy. So this is all of a sudden kind of good news for me, because we're gonna take whatever they throw and still reach to that future side up against Vigoroth. Let's get now to the nuke, almost with the one shot, and now Incineroar returns into the battle to finish them off with a simple double kick, or at least a couple of kicks. So anyways, now we're just gonna keep charging to the Dark Lariat. Let's see if they go ahead and let the Lariat go through. No, they want to block, which is kind of a troublesome move for me, because now we still need to rely a lot on our lance here to finish off the remaining HP that Altari is having. Down they go eventually, and Talon Flame at the very end. This is not great news for me, because we definitely need that Darkest Lariat to land on Talon Flame, and it needs a lot of energy to get there. So now I'm just gonna get my hands on the Blast Burn in a weird effort to grab the shield, but they are already there on their charge attack, so down we go to that fly. Into the next battle now. Let's see if we can get finally a good lead, and here it is, trainers, up against a Shadow Charizard. Vigoroth on the switch though is not the ideal one for us, but still we're gonna keep going at it with this super jungle themed team. Able to get now to our Oranguru, and we will try to get them through their energy as soon as possible, because what we want to do here is to completely farm down, right? But I have a feeling that we cannot. Oh my goodness, we can. That is absolutely awesome. awesome Oranguru with the farm down, and now we got the foul plays for that poor Charizard. They're gonna take the first one, which absolutely surprised me, and now they're gonna reach to that Dracula to finish us down. You know what, this is still pretty good. I'm expecting them to switch immediately to their third Pokemon, and it is the Abomasnow, so my Incineroar here is just gonna dominate this matchup no matter what. Into the next battle now with that Vigoroth up in front. This is absolutely good, awesome, great, I have no clue, okay, because a simple Rock Slide can destroy us down, but this was on the CMP, so this was obviously not a Rock Slide at all, that's why I let that go through. So now Vigoroth has to face the wrath of my confusions and able to do so much work with them, because my opponent here decides to stay in all the way going for the Rock Slide, and unfortunately for me, since I was counting, I know that we need to throw the foul play no matter what, since we cannot get the complete farm down and the Pod Slam was imminent. Now with that Mountain coming into the game, I'm just gonna throw my foul play here and hope for the best and for my Galvantula, because I definitely need that Pokemon out of the way, since I have an Incineroar at the back pretty weak to that Mountain, and at the very end they have this Clodsire, which is gonna be adding more trouble to my stack here, since even one Blast Burn will not knock them out in the one shot. They want to block, which is absolutely understandable, but at the same time a single Stone Edge is just gonna destroy us down, and we will just leave this battle in the worst way possible. Salazzle now returning to the worst possible leads ever, but hopefully those confusions now will connect for a lot of damage on that Pokemon. Hopefully though we can resist the Incinerates with our Incineroar and we can do some work later on, but let's see first what they have here, because they got a Fire type up in front, a Fire type at the back, and they're getting pretty weak to those water Pokemon. What are you doing, trainer? But it absolutely works for them. And on the plus side, we cannot do a ton with our team right now up against the Talonflame. Looks like a clear sweep for us. So anyways, against us actually, not even for us. So Blast Burn now to destroy down the dreams of that KFC bird, and now we got one more Blast Burn for that poor Salazzle. Can we go ahead and see at least their final Pokemon? I am really eager to see what we can do up against it. So it ends up being a Vigoroth, but we cannot go for the move, so down we go to those counters because they're super effective up against our dark typing. Into the final one now, trainers, and this is not good, not bad. We could throw the discharge, but at the same time they can easily farm some extra energy. Since I want to use my Oranguru here as a punching bag, I'm just gonna do that, but I end up using a shield anyways, so yeah, there goes that. Down they go to my confusions. Ferrothorn now coming into the game. This is absolutely bad news for me, because I want that Ferrothorn, if I knew they had at least, to be paired up against my Incineroar, so yeah, I'm not looking pretty strong over here. Now with that Wigglytuff at the very end, all we need to do is to reach to a couple of Blast Burns to grab those two shields out of play, and perhaps then we can have the upper hand over our opponent, but I'm still not sure about it, because now I switch out to my Galvantula, gonna reach to the lands here, which is definitely a mistake, but at the same time a discharge would not be enough, and we're gonna take another big loss to end this video. I know today's content was kinda weird, but still, if you enjoyed this entertainment that I brought you with that real jungle team, just leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new to my content, and I still hope to see you all into the next one.